tonight to close out the regular season when they take on Jacksonville on the road at 7 p.m. My name is Zurek Lamola. This has been your morning sports report.
Illinois Corn is proud to invest in Illinois Ag in the classroom, powering the next generation of Illinois neighbors who understand and appreciate agriculture. In Illinois, 78 paid ag literacy coordinators serve 87 counties, and your corn checkoff funds about 20% of each of the 78 positions. The Illinois Corn Checkoff's mission is to grow demand, create new markets, and foster understanding of corn farmers and the corn industry through strategic investments. Learn more online at ilcorn.org.
Shelby Electric Cooperative is a not-for-profit, member-owned electric distribution cooperative headquartered in Shelbyville with an outpost in Taylorville. The cooperative serves approximately 10,000 members in all or parts of 9 counties. Even though Shelby Electric is fortunate to serve businesses, industries, and subdivisions, it was formed by farmers over 80 years ago. Hi, this is Kevin. As National Ag Week is celebrated this month, we would like to say thank you to all the farmers we serve who feed the world. Thank you.
The agricultural industry is facing challenging times. Just like your family, we've been through good times and bad. Hello, I'm James Kirk, Vice President at First National Bank in Taylorville, just west of the Taylorville Square. For nearly 70 years, we've been here to provide banking and loan solutions for Christian County farmers. We will weather the storm as we have for almost 7 generations. Let us be your partner for the next season. We are First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
WTIM. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Back around with our morning show here today as part of National FFA Week. Joining me now is the Morrisonville FFA chapter, and it's brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm joined by Sydney Pullian. She is the president. I'm joined by Callie Beeler. She is the vice president, and I'm joined by Josh Bullard. He is the advisor to this FFA chapter here in Morrisonville. All 3 of you, how are we doing this morning?
Good.
Doing well.
Well, that is great to hear. We're going to shake the nerves just a little bit here and some of the rust off, as I just saw them not too long ago as part of our high school road tour stop. And let's talk a lot about the FFA week and what's going on with that. I know Monday we were out of service, out of office, but now things started off on Tuesday and through the rest of the week. Kind of take me through the National FFA week at Morrisonville.
Yeah, so yesterday on Tuesday, we started off with something very exciting for the students. We decided to play a bead game, which actually I'm surprised at everybody who participated, but I think it definitely got everybody started up for this week in spirit. And then today we had to move some things around due to weather, but we're doing a camo dress-up day. And tomorrow is Hawaiian dress-up day, and bring anything but a book bag. And Mr. Bullard is going to be doing stuff with our green hands. And those are our freshmen who are experiencing their first year in FFA.
Green hands. I like that. Kind of playing off of green thumbs maybe then as well. So we have a bead game, camo dress-up day, Hawaiian dress-up day. And then Friday, is that going to be kind of the green hands, getting everybody kind of worked into it? Or what's Friday look like?
So Friday is just going to be blue and gold dress-up day, just FFA everything basically. And then we're also going to be hosting the Mr. Ag pageant. And so that's where we have all the guys from our school that want to participate. They'll be answering some ag-related questions. They'll be asked their opinions on some things. They'll do a little dance, hay bale toss. They'll play with a roping dummy, see what they can do with that. And then we'll have a group of judges see what they decide with that.
See how they do, apparently, then. So is that for any, student, or is that particularly for a member of the FFA chapter?
Just for any student that wants to join in.
And wants to be a part of it. Do we have a number on how many have already signed up for that then?
I think we have about 7 or 8 boys that have decided to join it.
Now, is this something going on in the gym where we're taking over the gym for a little while and we're riding stick ponies, roping things up, or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very cool. So we've got the bead game that was played. Tell me a little bit about that, just because, just fill me in on that if you would.
So when everybody walked in, they were given beads, like just the cheap beads you'd see thrown out at parades. And then we asked them all to come to the gym, and we explained the rules of the games. So you could,
they would challenge somebody to rock, paper, scissors.
So during
and if they
passing
lost,
period,
then they had to pass all their beads to the winner. And so the winner at the end of the day would have all the beads.
So you got to challenge that particular person.
Yeah.
Maybe you really wanted to get after, or if you saw a lot of beads draped
Yes.
on the neck. All right, I'm going after this person right
I
here.
lost after first hour.
Well, it's rock, paper, scissors. You never know. It's a 50-50 shot right there. So, I love that. And a good way to also get people kind of involved, just that maybe aren't, normally maybe wouldn't talk to each other, whoever the case may be, or whatever the case might be with that. So the bead game, camo dress up day is today. I'm interested to see if anybody comes out with the full garb and the get up and
We had a couple
We
kids.
have seen it.
The
yes.
ghillie suits.
the ghillie suits. Yeah, I was wondering
I
if
block and everything.
I'm blocking everything. So now blue and gold dress up day Thursday, and then the ag pageant on Friday. Do I have your guys' week correct?
Yes, but we have a couple more things going on. We moved today we're supposed to have anything but a truck day at the school so the kids could drive their tractors or whatever there. We moved it to next week on Monday just because the weather's going to be a little bit nicer and the kids won't have to be leaving in the cold so early. And we're also hosting a food drive for the school to benefit our local food pantry with different prize levels. That way they can get incentives as a school for bringing it in. Where our goal is reaching 2,000 pounds this year for food for our local food pantry.
Trying to get a literal ton of food then.
Yes.
And so with that, I believe what I was just told not too long ago was that everybody in section 19, you put in $200. Is that correct? And then at the end, somebody gets $1,000 if they collect the most food. Am I right about that? Can you take me through it?
That is through the Springfield Plastics. They are
Okay.
putting it through so we can use that money to go to convention. So it makes it easier and more of an incentive for us to host. And we also can compete and actually support our local community for our needs.
Okay. And so those will be going directly to the Morrisonville Food Pantry then.
Correct.
Beautiful. Love to hear that. So National FFA Week and the activities, we've got it taken care of. We got it down to a science, and we still have some days to go with it. And then what can you tell me a little bit maybe about your roles as part of the FFA chapter? We've got president, vice president, and advisor. Maybe start with Sydney here, and you just tell me a little bit about what being the president is all about.
So as president, I oversee basically everything and get a lot of assistance from Mr. Bullard. We run meetings in other committees. I'm in charge of those. Like every chapter meeting that we'll have, I'll run that, explain what's going on. Committees like the Committee for FFA Week, I helped out with that, oversaw it, and t-shirt committees. I also look into our fundraisers, decide what we might possibly want to do, and things like that.
Yes, and then as the vice president, I help the president in a lot. I also am in charge of running meetings when the president is not there and helping Mr. Bullard when needed.
My role as the advisor is to make sure that, the kids put forth the effort to try to do the best they can. It is their organization involved. So if they have an idea, they bring it to me. I can see if it is possible for us to accomplish this and how we might be able to get the transportation or the funding. How can we get this idea actually rolling? Because in the end, if the kids don't want to do it, then it's not going to be successful. So they need to come up with their own ideas for the organization for its future.
And really just be an advisor to it. Just kind of make sure it's
Correct.
the train's on the tracks type of
Yes.
deal. So President Sidney Pullian, Vice President Callie Beeler, and Advisor Josh Bullard. And so now we've talked National FFA Week and roles. What about proficiency tests, maybe in the past, or also what we saw last week?
I'll talk about our section proficiencies. So proficiency to start with is just the kids competing with their record books. So whatever they are doing on their home outside of school, whether it be their job or taking care of their animals. So say that they have a show cow that they are competing with, they're actually able to take that record book and compete against other people in the same areas as them in our section. And if they advance from there, they go on to our district, then they go on to state. It's really good to see whenever kids actually put forth the effort and have really good record books and push them on to state level. We've had some winners in the past at that, but we did not have anybody advance this year.
If my mic will turn back on. And there's nothing wrong, with not having somebody probably at this point, but also, having that past success
Yes.
also kind of lends to the overall success.
We also have a very strong upcoming group that they weren't able to use their record books this year since they have 1 year books, not even a full year. So sometimes those books get cut out with somebody that has like a 3 or 4 year book. So it makes a big difference. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of these books advance in the upcoming years.
So we've got plenty in the works there as well. And so we talked a little bit about fundraisers as well. We've got the food drive going on right now. Any plans for future fundraisers or anything that we'd like to mention about wrapping up in the past?
So we've been brainstorming some other fundraisers. We've been thinking about selling things like bundt cakes. I've seen the Taylorville cheer team does those, and they seem to go over very well. And then in the past, this just our recent one was Christmas wreaths. We sell real, genuine Christmas wreaths made out of pine and everything to people, and those always go over very well. Everybody loves them. And then we do the pancake breakfast, and that's not really a fundraiser, but we do take donations, and a lot of the people who do come by and eat breakfast will donate to us.
So really, it's not hey, $10 to come on in. It's we'll serve you, and we'll just see if you'll donate. Mm-hmm. So you're really banking on the community there. I like that, though, because then you're providing kind of a free breakfast and sorts, and also leaving it up to somebody that maybe says, hey, maybe I'm willing to drop more than $10 on this. And so that, I think, is something that is unique in its own way. Have you already done so, or is that something that you are going to have coming up?
So that's something that would normally get done during FFA week. But Right now it is too cold to start up the grill and make pancakes. So we're waiting for warmer weather. And then also when we do that, we will do our petting zoo, which we also would do during FFA week, but it is just too cold for any of that right now.
And I've heard that already today, so I get it. When it comes to tractors, you got a kid maybe coming 45 minutes in a tractor. That's a ways.
We moved our petting zoo and our pancake breakfast about 4 years ago to like mid-April. It just seems to work out so much better because we get young baby animals at the petting zoo, and the farmers are just now starting to go out in the field in that time, so maybe they're able to grab a quick breakfast before they're able to do that.
And so just getting the start on planting season and also a little bit warmer weather. I can understand. I'm ready for said warmer weather. Well, we got more to talk about with the Morrisonville FFA chapter. I'm joined by President Sidney Pullian, Vice President Callie Beeler, and Advisor Josh Bullard. We'll be back around with them here on your information station with more of the morning show.
WTIM. Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn and beans higher at this hour. Wheat trading lower. March corn up 1.5, 503.5. May corn 517.5, up 1 3/4. New crop December 478 3/4, up 1 1/4. March beans up 8 1/4, 1046 3/4. May beans up 7 1/4, 1062 3/4. And new crop November 1062 1/4, up 4 1/4. March Chicago wheat down to nickel 599 3/4. May wheat down 4 1/4, 613.5. March bean meal 297 even, up 320. March bean oil down 53 cents, 46.77. Livestock market March feeders 269.22, down half a dollar. February live cattle down 35 cents, 197.10. April lean hogs 91.32, down $1.87. Energy market March crude oil 72.86, up $1.01. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
Need financing for new equipment, land purchasing, or operating expenses? Give the folks at CNB Bank and Trust a call. Named one of the top 25 agriculture loan producers in the nation, CNB is proud of their strong background in ag lending. They consistently open doors for farmers. Stop by any of CNB Bank and Trust convenient locations or visit cnbil.com. Helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Darian Norville with Central Commodity FS, bringing you What's Next. And here at FS, we believe that is supporting agriculture's bright future. So happy National FFA Week to all past, present, and future agriculture professionals whose success sprouted from their local chapter. Best wishes from your proud supporters at Central Commodity Farmers Supply Company.
Shelby Electric Cooperative is a not-for-profit, member-owned electric distribution cooperative headquartered in Shelbyville with an outpost in Taylorville. The cooperative serves approximately 10,000 members in all or parts of 9 counties. Even though Shelby Electric is fortunate to serve businesses, industries, and subdivisions, it was formed by farmers over 80 years ago. Hi, I'm Marla. As National Ag Week is celebrated this month, we would like to say thank you to all the farmers we serve who feed the world. Thank you.
Agriculture is one of the cornerstones of our community and economy. Working in agriculture takes fortitude, faith, and a knowledgeable financial partner. This is Julie Nodal, and we at First National Bank want to be your partner. We have been helping farmers grow their operations and weather uncertain times since 1930. With firsthand knowledge of agriculture and its challenges, we are committed to you. Let us help you succeed now and for future generations to come. First National Bank, the quality bank, member FDIC.
WTIM.
And you're listening to the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station. It's brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. And joining me once again here in the second segment is the Morrisonville FFA chapter. I have President Sidney Pulliam, Vice President Callie Beeler, and Advisor Josh Bullard. We talked about National FFA Week, what's going on with that, fundraisers, and much more. But let's talk a little bit about how many members you currently have, active members, whatever the case may be. Give me an idea of it.
Right now on our roster, we have about 84 members as a chapter in Morrisonville. Of those, we have about 30 active that I would say participate in most of our events. We do have a very active junior high involved in it. This year, we did have 8th grade involved on our roster. Things have changed over the past few years. Now, if you are in an ag class, you're automatically enrolled into FFA, so there's no outside dues that might limit some people from being involved. So anybody that's in an ag class is now officially on the roster, which is a good thing, but just also is going to pressure people to be better at events. That way they can try to go to more things later on.
And quick question for you, because I know this is a little off where we were maybe thinking we were going to go. Do you think some of the National FFA Week, the bead game, the dress up days, do you think that plays a part in also kind of showing folks, hey, we're more than just agriculture, we're more than just livestock, there's a lot more to learn behind this?
Definitely.
Yes, I feel like it's branching out so that people aren't thinking that it's just like a farming community anymore. There's a lot of different skills that you can learn, different leadership abilities that can be used on any different career aspects of the future.
And maybe come out of your shell a little bit and be able to do some public speaking as you guys have done already. And there we go. Hey, look, if I get the seal of approval from right in front of me, that's pretty good then. So with that being the case, we've got 80 members, maybe 30 or so that are active. I think still even with that, that's an impressive number. What has the FFA been able to do maybe for you, but maybe why should people be interested in the FFA? We talked a little bit about it, but maybe hammer that point down just a little bit.
So the FFA has done a lot for me ever since I was a freshman. It's definitely broken me out of my shell. I've gotten a lot better at public speaking and just being able to speak to people in general. It's definitely the reason I've gone a lot of places I have, like being a section officer. I've met so many people from that, and it's the reason that I want to go into the career field that I do. And I just think people should join it because it really, some kids don't like to play sports and stuff like that, but this is so much more than just like being on a team. To me, I feel like you kind of have a family and you go do stuff together like CDEs and certain events, and it can also prepare you for careers that you didn't even know were out there.
If I remember right, you started as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And so now 4 years of experience, you were a green hand by the sound of things then. And so now you've worked your way up. You're the president and also just learned some of those outside skills. Callie, you're up.
I've definitely loved FFA. I've been in it for 4 years also. And then just to add on to what Sydney said, I think being in FFA just gets kids involved also, especially the people that don't play sports. And it gives them a really, really, really good leadership experience and public speaking for sure.
I think those are two big things though, especially in today's world. Not a lot of young people.
Those two are the big things for me, definitely.
Not a lot of young people that are willing to really get out there, to really, if the phone's there, they're willing to do it right through there. So I think that's a big thing. And I think that just kind of sets you up that much more for your future. What are the futures looking like? Wherever you guys want to start with that.
So as a senior this year, I'm planning on attending Lincoln Land next year for my first 2 years and just getting my basic in ag. And then I'm going to transfer somewhere undecided and then get a degree in ag education and go from there.
I'm also going to attend Lincoln Land. I'm currently a senior. And then for the 26-27 school year, I'm hoping to get into the radiography program to become an X-ray technician.
I think two great plans there as well. And so the FFA has kind of helped mold where you maybe wanted to go, and also the FFA has helped you just get out of that shell and just get that much more ready for moving forward. Well, guys, we have about a minute to go. Anything that we failed to mention here, or anything that you'd like to make sure we get out to listeners out there?
I would like for anybody that is like on the fence of joining FFA, step out of your comfort zone, go to those contests, go to those events, just sign up. You don't know if you like it. There's nothing wrong if you place first or last, because you're still going to the contest. You're using it as a learning experience. You can just apply this in any career aspect. I know that I've had members in the past, they go to like McDonald's and they're not able to go and order their own food. Later on, they're able to be in front of microphones like today, and they're able to accomplish such big goals and set larger goals for their future.
I think everybody should join FFA. It's going to take you so many places that you didn't even know were an option for you. It is scary. As a freshman, it is very scary, but it is so worth it in the end.
I think you guys are two great maybe spokespersons for that in that regard, where, okay, I joined as a freshman. Maybe I was a little more shy and timid, and now, all right, we're there and we're ready to go. And so, well, thank you guys for joining me. It's great to see you guys again, even though, well, we don't need to rehash that. Sydney Pullian, President, Callie Beeler, Vice President, and Josh Buller, Advisor of the Morrisonville FFA chapter, talking National FFA Week and much more on WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.